As we all know, James Harden was one of the most recent additions to this Brooklyn Nets team. Obviously, coming from Houston, he's really changed the way that this organization runs and has even propelled them even forward towards a championship. Already, they were championship contenders with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and now, with the addition of James Harden, they proved themselves to really be one of the greatest offensive teams ever. But as we all know, James Harden got injured and hurt his hamstring in Game 1 against the Bucks versus Nets series Game 1. Obviously, the conference semifinals, and this video is talking about how and what will happen to the Nets and how that will affect the Nets. Clearly, James Harden is a superstar. There's no question about it. But will the Nets lose or will the Nets win? Clearly, I already thought of this before. After Game 1, after we saw him getting injured, the Nets managed to pull out the dub. And when we think about it, the Nets were actually, prior to James Harden, they were actually pretty decent. I mean, obviously, not pretty decent, they were really good. But, they were already contenders without James Harden on their team. Adding James Harden was just that finishing touch they needed to sort of, give them the surefire win in the Eastern Conference. Which, by the way, I think the Nets will win the Eastern Conference. And now we really have to think, will this really affect the Nets positively or negatively? Or will it show any effect at all? Honestly, of course, losing James Harden seems like a big blow. But I already told you guys, I think the Nets can manage to pull out the dub. Obviously, they've been a great team prior to James Harden. And Game 1, they got the W. They're up 2-0 now. But that Game 2 really is what clinched it for me. The Nets blew out the Bucks completely. They won by 39 points, which isn't something that normal playoff games typically go. That's not how normal playoff games work, right? They don't win by 39 points. But the Nets were able to do that without James Harden. So clearly, I'm not saying that James Harden is a bad player and he doesn't matter to this team. I'm saying against the Bucks, the Nets can get the W. If it was against the Sixers or something, they would really need someone like James Harden because the Sixers have their own big three of Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid. Of course, there's also Seth Curry and stuff like that, so they would need Harden. But the Bucks, not having a proper championship number 2, they could lose this series. So, guys, if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel and join our Discord if you want to win an Xbox One. Because, actually, you know what? Let's change it from Xbox One to PS5. Because if you guys really, really, really like these videos, please subscribe. And if you join in our Discord server, if you're one of the first 10 people to join our Discord server, the link will be in the description, then you guys have the chance to win a brand new PS5. The first 10 people who join, they'll be entered in a raffle, and then those 10 people, whoever wins, gets the PS5. So please subscribe and join the Discord channel, and peace out, boys.